There's a stinky crystal.
God dang, old stinky crystal. This dude is so full of excuses. I would have departed in pursuit, but you see, I left my keys in my car, and then I thought I left the stove on, so I had to turn around, and then my chocobo ran out of gas.
Oh, well, aren't you just a cutie? You are just so cute. It looked like radar. Head?
Hey there.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody.
Say hi, Riley.
Hello.
He was like, don't make me,
Don't
please.
make me talk to people. All right, we need to search for signs of the winged beasts picking up from last night where we left off.
Okay, it's raining. Boo.
It is raining.
Yuck.
Have we attuned to this? We're still in Bent Branch. Okay. Get bent.
Get bent.
So we need to search for the signs of the winged beasts, but I think the first thing we ought to do is go ahead and head back to town.
Oh,
because we're level 15, so we got the next class quest.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Teleport to Gridania.
Guildmaster Yuane urgently needs you to travel to the East Shroud in his stead. This dude is so lazy. Krios, you came at a good time. I urgently require your help. Scarcely a bell ago, our old friend Folquist
Belle, that's me.
paid us another visit, seemingly intent on reprising the performance he gave on the day of your first meeting. As on that occasion he raved till the air was thick with slanders, declaring every soul who met his gaze more craven than the last. This time, however, not all ears were deaf to his myriad provocations. It seems one of our younger members took offense at his words and demanded satisfaction of the rogue. Two have since departed to duel in the East Shroud. Had I been on hand, I would have forbidden such folly and rebuked the lad for letting pride cloud his judgment. Alas, I learned of it too late, and the boy is gone. All we can do now is ensure that the hot-headed fool does not come to lasting harm. I would have departed. This dude is so full of excuses. I would have departed in pursuit, but you see, I left my keys in my car, and then I thought I left the stove on, so I had to turn around, and then my chocobo ran out of gas. But my duties keep me here. That is why I turn to you now, Krios and Bellamere and Riley. Pray go to the East Shroud in my stead and watch over our comrade.
Yeah, I'll go.
Folquist, I found him.
I found him too. I found him first, though. So we meet again. You remember who I am, I trust.
Who are you again?
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, me too.
You wound me. How could you possibly forget your mentor, he who taught you the true meaning of courage? Well, it is of little consequence. Oh, Riley,
God dang, we're
dang
getting
it.
attacked.
It's of little
Save us.
consequence. Though you have forgotten the teacher, it's plain that you have not forgotten his teachings. I understand you were able to retrieve the Stone of Courage in Spirit Hold. It seems I was right about you. You have the makings of a true Lancer, unlike those charlatans at the Lancers Guild. It is well that you have come to me, for I have just the trial for you, one that will do wonders for your courage. Not interested, you say? But you have no choice. Should you refuse, well, suffice it to say that I will not be able to guarantee the safety of your comrade here.
He's gonna kill him.
When last we spoke, I told you that a Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. Needless to say, the threat posed by ordinary creatures is insufficient. You must needs seek out a better sport. But fear not, for I've taken the liberty of finding you something suitable. Take this alchemic potation. Potation?
Potato.
Take this alchemic potation and sprinkle it upon the exposed roots yonder. Doing so will garner you the wrath of a certain creature, which you must then strike down.
Sprinkle the alchemic potation on the exposed roots.
Let's do it.
This tree doesn't stand a chance.
The idiot. Oh,
Nay, nay.
oh my. Okay. Well, back over this way. So you have vanquished the treant. Well done. By striking down that frenzied creature, you have further strengthened your courage. Release your comrade? Oh, I shall, once you've completed my next trial. This one will pit you against a multitude of foes. Make your way to Lifemend Stump in the central shroud. Once there, seek out a likely spot among the forest path to lie in wait. Man-eating wolves are wont to hunt there at this time of year, and it should not be long before a pack appears. When the beasts show themselves, you are to slay their leader, the alpha wolf. I shall be observing from up close, the better to offer you advice. Aru, brother, let's go.
I've got a very important question, though. Is there a wolf that doesn't eat man? Like, is there a such thing as a not man-eating wolf? What?
Tree slugs.
Tree slugs. The bastards. We're going behind this waterfall again.
Defeat the wolves.
These wolves don't stand a chance.
Not a chance.
Because inside of me is two wolves.
One snores like honk shoo, and the other snores like honk me 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 me. Aru.
Glad you know the full meme, because I never remember the last one. Just I always only remember that inside me are two wolves. You are to be congratulated, Krios, Bellamere, Riley, and all parties involved. By throwing yourself in the midst of danger, you have further tempered your courage.
Great.
You love to hear it.
Yeah. I mean, like, seriously, thanks.
And in the process, you have brought peace to the Lifemend Stump, a place considered sacred by the people of Gridania. Having undertaken my trials, you must now see that those issued by the guild are naught but child's play. Mine is the one true path to courage, and all others lead to ignominy. Ignominy. What's that word mean?
I don't know.
If you wish to become a lancer worthy of the name, I suggest you leave Uwain and his house of cravens never to return. And I'm like, no. Absolutely not. For your sake, I pray you do so soon, till we meet again. Watch, it's gonna come out like him and Uwain are like brothers and they lost their memories. And like, they remember each other.
Would it be a Final Fantasy game if, like, there wasn't memory loss somewhere?
Vulture egg.
Vulture?
You hear the beating of wings.
Oh, there's the winged beast. Found it.
Search for signs of the winged beasts complete.
And now I can talk to this man.
Absolute questing.
We're so good at
fiends.
questing.
My God, we can't be stopped. Fate joined, by
It's
God.
okay, all right. Oh. Scores of dire mites have crawled from their nest holes and gathered near Galvanth Spire to search for mates. Join forces with the local Wood Whaler Guard and see that the Vilekin die spouseless.
We just out here cock blocking. We are 100% the bad guys for this one.
Yeah, they just want love. Everybody deserves love. Even scary, scary scorpions. A northern vulture? Too? And they were defending a nest? In this economy? Well, perhaps we could omit that last detail from any official reports. I would rather not give Aelgar any further cause to be cross. Thank you for slaying the beasts. You may rest assured that I will not permit this to happen again. Lothair, a guard at Galvanth Spire, wants you to visit the hedge tree. I have another task for you, adventurer. I need you to head to the hedge tree to the southwest of here and speak with Hero Leonie. After tending to the hedge tree, the hero was scheduled to board a boat from the Mirror Planks. Well, this vessel's departure time has come and gone, but there is still no sign of her. Knowing how absorbed the hero becomes in her work, I am not unduly concerned. Armel, however, was responsible for organizing Leonie's transportation and is likely wondering if her wayward passenger is ever going to arrive. Perhaps a gentle reminder is in order?
She didn't make it through TSA. By God.
By God.
The poor girl. Now we can go talk to him.
Let's go talk to
because he's
Uwain.
probably going to give us like an ability or something.
You're probably right.
Krios, thank the gods you're safe.
And Bellamir.
That young fool of a lancer returned but moments ago, and through choked tears recounted to me all that transpired. I understand Folquest again attempted to force upon you his corrupt notion of courage. I cannot say this often enough. A lancer strengthens his courage by tempering his composure and resolve, not by rushing headlong into danger. You were able to overcome Folquest's trials, 'tis true, yet know that you did so by virtue of true courage, that is, courage born of composure and resolve. You faltered not by the fury of a frenzied treant, nor did you succumb to panic when surrounded by bloodthirsty wolves. Owing to this, you were able to perform the fullest of your potential. You have come far, Krios and Bellamir, and all other parties involved. It is past time that I taught you the piercing talon technique, one of the most versatile weapons in the Lancer's arsenal. May it serve you well. If this is the ability where we throw the spear, I'm going to be upset. Now, I must needs decide what course of action to take with regard to your self-appointed mentor. Though no lives were lost, this latest incident only serves to confirm what I have long suspected, that Folquest will cause great harm if left to propagate his corrupted notion of courage. He must be persuaded to desist. Though I do not yet know how, mayhap his regard for you could be turned to our advantage. But leave such considerations to me. For the time being, you would do well to put Folquest from your mind. Focus on your training and strive to master the techniques that I have taught you. I look forward to our next meeting.
Yay!
Yeah. And it's the freaking throwing. God, I hate that ability.
I'm getting money since I've already bought better gear.
Yeah. Money.
Like I need it, but you know. Krios has some serious announcer voice going tonight.
Yeah.
Piercing talon. Get ready to never be used. Yes, what troubles you, my dear? Ah, yes, the boat. I'd quite forgotten. Oh, my task with the hedge tree is well and finished, but the elementals murmur of a malevolent presence in the vicinity of the Tamtara Deepcroft. I must abide a while longer, that I might be better divines the source of elementals' distress. Please inform Armel that I shall be arriving later. We can do that.
Speak with Armel in the mirror planks.
You bear a message from here, Leonie? An evil presence in the Deepcroft? That does sound grave indeed. I shall organize a vessel for a later time then. Perhaps a bell from now? 2? Better make it 3 just to be safe. Thank you for your trouble.
Armil, a local at the mirror planks, wishes you to salvage cargo from a wreckage on the road. Might you assist me with another matter, sir? A wagon that departed from Quarry Mill was overturned on the road with some large, ill-tempered forest beasts. The driver escaped without serious injury, but the wagon's cargo was not so fortunate. With none willing to risk another encounter with the creature, I can only assume the goods remained strewn across the ground where the incident occurred. Simply follow the road to the south, and you should come across the wreckage. Salvage what cargo you can, and deliver it to Akitha at Ben Branch Meadows if you would be so kind.
I sure will. I will be kind. Oh no! Big frog.
You have a delivery for me.
I do.
Hand it over. Ah, the shipment I was waiting on from Quarry Mill. I heard the wagon ran afoul of some monstrosity just up the path from the mirror planks, but I see you've managed to scrape together a few bits and pieces. Seems I can't get through 2 bells these days without hearing some new tale of horrors in the Deepcroft, or bandit cutthroats prowling the woods hereabouts. Makes me wonder if my chocobos are safe at night, it does. If we're ever in need of adventurer skills, I hope you'll be around to lend a hand.
No! Oh, please, gods, no! Leia's egg! Bellamir and Krios, you must help me. I stepped out of the stables for but a moment, and when I returned, it was gone. What was gone? An egg. Sorry. You're sure the chocobos will lay another? God, you do not understand. The egg is extremely valuable. I must find it. Let's go find this egg, my man. You'll help me, won't you? Oh, thank you, thank you. Someone must have made off with it. There can be no other explanation. I shall scour every ilm of the stable once more just to be sure. While I do so, I should be very grateful if you would ask the others if they noticed anything unusual. See anyone acting suspicious? I most certainly did. A man it was, running off towards the Tamtara Deepcroft. You say an egg was took? Then I'd say that was your culprit. But why would anyone pinch a chocobo egg? Without the proper learning, it's damn near impossible to get one to hatch. I didn't read that out loud.
That's all right.
I wasn't gonna. We know where the guy went. Have I seen any odd characters about? Aside from yourself, you mean? Not that I recall. I did see someone calming the birds, but only from a distance. I assumed it was Lucalat. But if you say he was away from the stables at the time, then who was that with the chocobos?
Where did you go?
I turned the quest in.
How'd you get up there so fast?
With my feet.
Dang, you fast.
There can be no mistake then. The egg was indeed stolen. And from what you've told me, this was no simple robbery. That the culprit should take only Leia's egg and disregard all the rest tells me we are dealing with someone well-versed in chocobo breeding. I'm sorry to say that the individual in question is like to be a citizen of my native Ishgard. Leia, you see, is of the bloodline of Oranos, one of the greatest birds ever to grace an Ishgardian stable. Many a man in my homeland would give his right arm to possess one of Leia's eggs. God, I should have foreseen this. We must give chase at once. Hold your chocobos, Lucalat. If this egg thief's from Ishgard like you say, why'd he go running off towards the Tamtara Deepcroft? Unless I've got me mental map upside down, that's the opposite direction. Well, yes, but he may seek to lay a false trail. Or, the why if it's not important. Leia's egg is all that matters. Adventurer, I beg of you, hunt the scoundrel down and take back what he stole. Well, at least you ain't planning on chasing after him yourself, wherever he's from. We may work wonders with our birds, Bellamere and Krios, but acts of daring do ain't exactly our field. With luck, you may catch the thief on the road to the Tamtara Deepcroft, but do be careful. We cannot be certain he's working alone in this.
So I like how through the investigation they were like, wait a second. Why in the hell would he be going to Tamtara Deepcroft? That doesn't make any sense. And the guy's like, look, just go do the damn dungeon. It's the first dungeon y'all are supposed to do. I'm just supposed to lead y'all there so you do the dungeon. It's like an entry-level dungeon, okay? Just go do it. All right, so subdue the thief and take back Leia's egg. Wheeze. I have caught you at last, you spiteful imp. Now hand over the egg. You can't have it, Cupo. This egg belongs to Lucalat. Who in Halone's blood fury are you? Ah, those sops at Get Bent Branch. Hired themselves an adventurer, did they? Cronies attack. Yet another complication. This farce has gone on long enough. Kill the Moogle and the farmer's hireling and bring me that damned egg. Wait, this guy can see a Moogle? I thought only like...
Those of pure heart could see that. What?
Let's protect this little,
Why can this terrible guy see the...
That's Kuplokop. Why can these little cronies see Kuplokop?
Explain.
Maybe he had to make maybe he had to make himself visible so he could interact with the egg. What's that, Cupo? How did I come to be out here? Well, this egg here is Leia's. Leia is a very special chocobo, in case you didn't know. Anyways, I was having a nap in the stables when this nasty fella crept in and tried to steal it. So I snatched it up quickly as I could and made a run for it. I was planning to take it back to Get Bent Branch Meadows myself, but it might be safer if you did it. I'm sure Lucalat will be very happy to see you. You have the egg. Is it secret? Is it safe?
Is it safe?
Yes, it has the right coloring, the right weight. It is most definitely Leia's egg. I know not how to thank you. You had me worried for a bit there, Krios. 'Tis good to see you and the egg back safe and sound. So I was correct in my assumption that the Ishgardian was involved, albeit one who did not, in fact, make off with the egg. Well, I could hardly have anticipated the intervention of a Moogle. Bugger me. It couldn't be the same one, could it? Might you have encountered our unlucky savior before? Could be, aye. One of them saved my hide back when the calamity struck. I was in a part of the woods that we now call the Stand-in Courses that day. Seemed like the whole bleeding forest was ablaze, and I couldn't see a yawn in front of me for all the smoke. Well nigh given up hope I had. Then all of a sudden a Moogle appears out of nowhere, tugs at me smoldering sleeve, and leads me straight to a bit of the woods where the fire hadn't taken hold. And now you know why the business is named Moogle's Gift Mounts. Seems like the least I could do. I'd be dead if it weren't for the plucky little bugger. Incredible. It may well be the Moogle that had stood vigil over us since that day. We'd better get back to work then. We shouldn't be letting our guardian angel down, would we? Krios and Bellamere, you have my thanks. Oh, and I believe Lucalat wants to give you a little something for your troubles. Leia's egg is irreplaceable. I cannot well express to you the depth of my gratitude. And yet I find that I am still troubled. While this whole regrettable episode unfolded, I bore witness to a sight that greatly concerned me.
My thanks for your kindness earlier. I hate to impose again, but I have need of your assistance in another matter, one of grave import, I fear. Of late, I've noticed that Exali dirigibles.
They're called Exali Del Gribbles.
Oh, you're right,
Yeah.
Dale Gribbles.
Del Gribbles.
How could I have been so foolish? Have been appearing over the 12swood with increasing regularity. The frequency, however, does not bother me so much as where they choose to fly, the patch of sky directly above the guardian tree. The tree is a sacred site, or so I was given to believe when I first came to Gridania, and thus I naturally assumed that it was the elementals would not suffer the Ixal to profane it. Yet the birdmen have been coming and going as they please, with nary a sign of protest from the guardians of the 12swood. And it was that which set me to thinking. Ever since the appearance of the much-talked-about suspicious individual, many and more strange things have been occurring in the forest. Could it be that he did something to the elementals? In case it proves useful, I have committed the details of my sightings to parchment and would ask that you deliver the document to Mother Mione. Please make all haste. I have an irrepressible feeling that something terrible is about to happen. All right. Hello there, Krios and Bellamere. Word of your tireless efforts at Bent Branch Meadows has reached my ears. The folk there have naught but the highest praise for you. You certainly have a knack for making Mother proud. Keep up the good work, you hear? A letter? From Lukalot? I haven't the slightest inkling what this could be about. Gods be good. I have a mission for you, Krios and Bellamere. Suffice it to say, it is urgent. I fear it may also prove dangerous, however, so you must be prepared.
To guard a guardian, Mione has a mind to assign you a mission of great import. Time is of the essence, so I shall speak plain. Based on Lukalot's observation, the Ixal have designs on the guardian tree, and they meant to act soon. The tree is the oldest living thing in the ancient forest, and it is held sacred by every forest-born Gridanian. Should it come to any harm, the elementals would fly into rage beyond pacifying. I dread to think of the chaos that would ensue. There isn't much time. We must act quickly. Krios and Bellamere, please see this letter to the hands of the Bowlord Lewin at the seat of the first bow in the quiver's hold. Should the need arise, pray put yourself wholly at the man's disposal. I strongly suspect he will need all the able-bodied souls the man can muster. The fate of Gridania hangs in the balance. Go swiftly. An urgent message from Mother Mione. Very well, you may enter. Lewin? So you are Krios and Bellamere Redwin, huh? The adventurer of whom I have heard so much. I understand you wish words with me. Mione has information on the Ixal, you say. Speak freely. You have both my ears. Matron Forefiend. They mean to defile the guardian tree. Before Nofika, I swear those filthy birdmen will not touch it. Nay, not so much as a single leaf. 12, help me. How can it be that neither the wood whalers nor the gods quiver caught wind of this? I cannot help but think that this plot bears the mark of the masked devil who has eluded us for so long. We must be wary. This incursion may be more than it seems. Ah, would that the warrior of lights were still with us. But this is no time for such idle thoughts. I thank you for delivering this message. You may assure Mione that I will dispatch a unit of my best men to investigate. My lord. What is it? It's the Ixal, sir. The Ixal have amassed at the guardian tree. Already, bloody hells. Mione believes you are capable, and I can think of no better judge than she. Lend us your strength this day. Aid in the defense of the guardian tree. The Bowlord sent you, yes? Good. Good to have you with us. The birdmen have completely surrounded the guardian tree, and their calls grow more urgent by the minute. Whatever it is they mean to do, we cannot let them go through with it. They must be stopped, no matter the cost. Proceed. O mournful voice of creation, O mournful voice of time. Squawk, attend me all. To us, this forest, to Nulka belongs. From this tree a great crystal we take, unto Garuda an offering we shall make. Unfeathered ones and elementals banished we will. Squawk. First squad, left flank. Second and third, right flank.
No,
those dudes were like, I'm out. We're not doing this. The rest form the main host with me. It is high time we reminded our Ixal guests why we quivermen are to be feared. Those two were like, yeah, we're not doing this either.
Nope, I'm out.
This position is yours, adventurer. May the elementals keep you. Interrupts us, you dare. In your own blood you shall bathe.
Ah, whoa.
Impressive work, adventurer. The bow lords bid you hold this position. Enemies may yet lurk near, so stay on your guard. We go to bolster the left flank where the battle yet rages. The shadow of the forest. The source of his strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day.
Oh my.
This dude's doing witchcraft and wizardry. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies.
Oh my.
Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live.
How is this possible, he asks. 1 4 1 2 1 4 1 2, just like that.
That the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons? That's what I heard.
I want to be Ida.
The bringers of chaos, or Asians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Krios, are you unharmed? Had I known this creature was near, I would have sent men, not called them away. There is no mistake, sir. He is the one who stirred the Ixal from their nest. Our intelligence was reliable. So this is the man who has eluded us for so long.
Right, we finally got him.
We sent an ominous presence and came here as swiftly as our legs would carry us.
Well, it's good to know what we're up against anyway.
My thanks as ever, friends. Quiverman, move out. To say you played an instrumental role in the success of this mission would scarcely do justice to your efforts this day, adventurer. Upon your return to Gridania, pray visit me at Quiverhold. I will see to it that you receive the thanks you are due.
You're probably wondering why we always seem to appear when there's trouble, right?
Asians, the lot of them.
Well, trust me when I tell you, it's almost never our fault. Despite what it looks like, Papalimo and I are actually helping the Gridanians, and we've been doing so for a few good years, too.
So, I wasn't mistaken.
Mistaken? About what?
Oop, nothing at all.
Aw, you always do that. Mumble something loaded with meaning only to keep to yourself when I ask. It's unfair, especially unfair when someone is me.
Oh, do calm down. I'll tell you later.
I bet you won't. Anyway, all's well that ends well.
We'd best be on our way.
See you later. Oh, there's a stinky crystal.
God dang, old stanky crystal.
It farted.
God dang.
Welcome back. Your exploits at the Guardian Tree are the stuff of songs. The Bow Lord awaits you within.
I have awaited your return, Krios. Allow me to thank you again for helping us to defend the Guardian Tree. Not only did you put the invading Ixal to rout, you confronted the masked mage and his fell minion, and emerged the victor. I have good men and women under me, none of whom give me cause for complaint, but you, Krios and Belemir, are a class apart. Your strength, your determination, your heart. You have all the makings of a great adventurer. Mion is seldom mistaken in her appraisals, and she is plainly not mistaken now. Gridania is stronger for your presence. The Elder Seed Seer will doubtless be pleased to learn that a capable adventurer like you has come to us.
We did it. We saved the world.
My lady.
I am come to express my gratitude for your valiant efforts before the Guardian Tree.
I am informed that an adventurer of singular talent now walks amongst us. You are he, are you not?
Free mommy.
My name is condensed, and it is my solemn charge to watch over all who call Gridania home. Well met and welcome to our fair nation. It was your valor that won us the day, I believe. On behalf of all Gridanians, I offer you my humblest thanks. This gift I present to you as a small token of my gratitude. I hope that you will ever remain a friend to Gridania. Green Bliss is coming. It is an age-old ceremony to renew the bond between man and elemental. Over the centuries, it has blossomed into a joyous festival encompassing Gridanians from every walk of life. I should be most gratified if you would participate in the ceremony as emissary.
Oh, such a great honor.
I look forward to seeing you on that most joyous of days. Till then, fare you well. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Thanks. Lord Lewin has information regarding your role in Green Bliss. None in Gridania can doubt your worth, Krios and Bellamere. But to receive such praise from the Elder Seedseer herself? And nor is that the half of it. She chose you to play the role of emissary, for God's sakes. You, an outsider. Do you have any idea what this means? But of course you don't. You're not forest-born, which is rather the point. Mistake me not, I think you worthy, but your selection is all but unprecedented. And I'll wager you have not the faintest inkling what is required of you. There are preparations that the emissary must needs complete ahead of time. I suggest you consult Mion regarding the matter. She is overseeing the arrangements for the event. Now, you'd best get going. The ceremony cannot commence without the emissary. Oh, and Krios and Bellamere, don't make a hash of this.
Well, if it isn't the emissary himself, had I known you were coming, I would have baked a pie. You truly are full of surprises, Krios and Bellamere. Next, you'll be telling me you're one of the Warriors of Light back from the half-decade-long holiday. Ooh, foreshadowing. But let's speak of preparations. As you doubtless already know, Green Bliss is an age-old ceremony for strengthening the bond between man and elemental. These days, though, the name also refers to the festival at large. In the ceremony, the emissary serves as a conduit, a bridge between the people and the guardians of the Twelveswood. Suffice it to say, it is no small responsibility, nor does the Elder Seedseer choose mankind's representative on a whim. Seldom in history have non-forest-born been chosen for this role, which should give you an idea of the magnitude of the honor being accorded you. For your part, you are required to wear a ceremonial artifact, which is presently in the keeping of Timbermaster Beaton. Go to the Carpenters Guild and collect it from the man, then return to me for further instructions.
So you are the emissary to be. Mion sent word that you would be coming to collect the ceremonial artifact. The good news is that it's ready, painstakingly crafted by these very hands and from the rarest of materials. Take it, along with this warning. Get so much a scratch on the thing, and I shall make an unceremonial artifact out of you. Back from your trip to the Carpenters Guild? Let's see what you have in that box. This is by far the finest Manoa mask I've ever laid eyes upon. The Timbermaster has truly outdone himself this time. In case he didn't mention, the mask is crafted from consecrated lumber rendered up by the guardian tree, solely for use in the ceremony. In other words, it is priceless. Mother bids you to handle it with care. And with that, your preparations are complete. The venue should be just about in order as well. If you have any question, now's the time to ask them. Mion has some final words of advice to offer regarding your role in Green Bliss. Now that you have the Manoa mask, all that's left is to participate in the ceremony. Perchance you're feeling nervous, but never fear. Despite all the pomp surrounding the role, there's really nothing to being emissary. All you're required to do is wear the mask, stand up straight, and look dignified. The more involved aspects of the proceedings will be handled by others. Simple, no? The ceremony will be held at Minketo's amphitheater. Where you are ready, make yourself known to the caretaker there, a woman named Estain. Oh, and be sure to wear your mask or she may not recognize you. Now off you go. Good luck.
Look! The Elder Seedseer.
12 bless her heart!
May he find favor with the elementals. This radiance. Could it be a crystal of light? Tell me true, has the Mother Crystal revealed herself to you? Did you bask in her light? Have you, perchance, experienced sensations akin to ether sickness of late? That Heidelin would speak directly to this man. There once were dauntless adventurers who fought in the name of Eorzea. When the primals threatened to bleed the land dry, these brave men and women rose to face them. When the Garlean Empire resumed its war of conquest, they rushed to the realm's defense. And when it was foretold that Dalamud would fall, they fought with all their strength to deliver us from certain doom. Yet as strong and as brave as they were, they, like so many, disappeared amidst the flames at Cartano. None have forgotten the heroes who gave all for the sake of a realm not their own. Yet when we try to recall their names, we find the pages of our memories are blank, as if bleached by the sun. And when we try to recall their faces, we see them only in silhouette, as if they stood betwixt us and a blinding glare. Hence have these heroes come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Beholding you, illuminated by the glow of the crystal, I could not help but be reminded of them. The crystal has chosen you for a purpose. Trust to its guiding light, and all shall be revealed to you in good time. Though none can say for certain what the future will bring, it is my belief that you may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm. For the power of the echo resides within you.
Dang headaches.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Who's that?
But another stander up on the hill was made.
Forged in secret.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Ring, ring.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Soginin Moise Donzul.
I should live to behold Bahamut once more.
Logalo, Asawad Daken, Bet Mubut.
Magnificent, the eons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier.
Imarat way. Kiskat Toga Hats Waddledorns.
I'm aware of them. Pay them no mind. They are powerless to act. It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form.
I don't think that one needs a translation.
Of course it did.
Oh.
Whew. All right, I'm glad none of that actually happened and we were just dreaming.
It's just a dream. Ah, look who's back in the land of the living. You mean to say you don't remember a thing? You collapsed in the middle of the ceremony, gave us all a good fright, so we carried you back here. I must say, you're heavier than you look. You've hardly stopped of late, your exertions must have caught up with you. But you adventurers are nothing if not resilient. Seeing as the worst is past, I shall take my leave and return to my duties. Oh, I almost forgot. The Seed Seer told me she'd like to see you when you fell well enough. The gentle soul was almost as worried about you as I was, bless her. When you're back on your feet, be sure and visit her at the Lotus Stand. Ah, you're Bellamere and Krios Redwin, are you not? I bid you welcome. The Seed Seer left word that you would be joining her at the Lotus Stand. May I show you in? I've looked forward to your coming, but tell me, are you recovered?
I have written a letter to my counterpart in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartneau and the calamity that followed claimed countless souls and left countless more bereft and alone. In the dark days that followed, many were the survivors who thought themselves less fortunate than the dead. 5 years have come and gone, but the land and the people still bear the wounds of the devastation. Wow, so the Battle of Cartneau was only 5 years ago? Wow. Nor were we any closer to learning the fate of the Warriors of Light. Yet so long as we live, never must we give up hope. We owe this to those who laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. In remembrance of them, a memorial service will soon be held upon the anniversary of the Battle of Cartneau. This missive bears the details of that service. You graciously accepted the part of emissary in the recent ceremony. Should you be so willing, I would now make you my envoy. Have you bear my message to our allies. Your dedication to the people of Gridania rouses fond memories in me, and I would choose no other for the role. Will you do me this favor? Humbly, I thank you. As you are no doubt aware, our partners in the Eorzean Alliance lie some considerable distance away, nor are Ulda and Limsa Lamensa close to one another. Yet fear not, for I have no intention of subjecting you, mine own newly anointed envoy, to a journey which would take weeks by land. No, I mean for you to travel by air. Receive of me this airship pass. With it, you may make use of the skyways that connect the 3 city-states of the Alliance. The airship landing is situated upon the lower floor of the Carline canopy. Simply show your pass, and you'll be admitted to the departure area. Before you embark upon your journey, however, you should do well to seek the wisdom of Neon. Few forest-born Gridanians know more of the lands beyond the 12's Wood than she. In better times, airships were available for the convenience of one and all. Alas, the risk of that our crafts may fall to Imperial attacks has forced a reduction in the number of flights. Consequently, it has become necessary to restrict air travel only to those whose need is great. Such individuals may petition the relevant parties to be issued an air pass. As you may have deduced, I myself am one such party, yet I was not alone in desiring that you be granted the privilege of air travel. Such is the potential you show. We have no doubt but that you will reward our faith in you, Krios and Bellamere. By the power vested in me, I bid you journey forth as my envoy into the great realm of Eorzea. Walk her fields, brave her seas, and strive to know her better. And wheresoever you go, go without fear, for the path shall ever be revealed to those who are true of heart. Guided by the crystal's light, set forth and discover your destiny. Appointed personal envoy? And now you are to bear the Elder Seed Seer's missive to our allies. Well, it seems you've made an impression on the great woman. I can't argue with her judgment, though. You've earned this honor with tireless hard work, and anyone who says you don't deserve it had better not do so in my hearing. Short of a warrior of light, I can imagine no better adventurer to represent us, and that, my lad, is some compliment. But I flattered you enough for one day, and I don't want your head to get too big, or you'll struggle to lug it around the realm. Speaking of which, Eorzea is a big old place. Now that you have an airship pass, you can really start to broaden your horizon. The sky's quite literally the limit. Even if your errand didn't call for it, I would strongly suggest visiting the 2 other cities of the Alliance before you go anywhere else. They are, of course, Limsa Lamensa, City of Pirates, and Ulda, Jewel of the Desert. Once you've acquainted yourself with them, you can turn your sights on whichever lesser trodden region takes your fancy. Mind you, it won't all be fun and games. Each nation faces its fair share of problems, from internal strife to conflict with the beast tribes and their primals, so don't be too surprised if you find yourself embroiled in the odd, unsavory situation on your travels. These are interesting times for Eorzea, Krios. It's been 5 years now since the calamity, but folks are finally beginning to look to the future. A period of great change is upon us, and you have a part to play in it. And if that prospect doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. This is the reservation counter for Limsa bound flights. Proceed to the landing area.
Yeah, let's go. Board the airship? Yeah.
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 Dong, dong, dong. Attention, all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Oh, why is she crying? Why is he pointing at her face?
Because I'm leaving. And he's pointing in her face like, why are you so upset that Krios Redwin is leaving? I've never even seen you meet him. But she knows me.
Oh, really now?
She knows me.
Bye, guys. Bye, Mom.
Goodbye,
Farewell,
Mommy
Krios
Leona.
and Bellamere. Farewell, Mother. One day, minstrels will sing songs of your deeds. Castrum Oxidans. The textures in this are a little,
A little Final Fantasy tinny.
Who is this man?
With these low polygon counts.
Oh my god, is this the airship announcer?
But the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours.
Oh shit.
Or so we believed. But an
That was,
innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
I don't remember that cutscene.
I don't remember
Seeing
that at all.
Midgar Sommer like that. I'm so glad we're replaying this.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rot. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance. We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
What's that?
Ultima.
Senior engineers, please report to
Ultima.
Magtech research following scheduled
Yo, those
inspection.
things are really cool. Like, that's super unique.
Just hardly practical.
Hardly practical, but very cool. Their wings are kind of scary.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus' plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
I'll call you tonight, Nero.
My lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
Dang, that dude just got his cornrows done too. You a Nero fan?
This mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Garland. Help! Let me out!
Let me out.
Please! Please! Okay, this way. Probably. Oh, got it. You must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Limsa Lomensa, my lady. Admiral awaits your arrival. You are the Gridanian envoy? Welcome to Limsa Lomensa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Xanthiel. He will be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you would, permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry.
Here you go.
Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please, step this way.
Enter. I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melvi Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. 7 hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans. The Meteor Project. Legatus Nail Vandarnus, Hell's Takem, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cartano Flats and there met the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I've seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene.
Wait a second before we continue. So the Imperial Army didn't know that Bahamut was inside Dalamud? And also, If the primals are summoned by people worshipping them and get power by people worshipping them, who was praying to Bahamut?
Riley said smiley face, so I assume spoilers. Do raid, okay. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Among us.
Amogus.
Sus. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Luis still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggle to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. I, Kane Senna, has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Elder Seedseer receives my reply. You travel next to Ul'dah, yes? Pray, give my regards to General Rauban. Oh, and tell him the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Bellamere, and Krios. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. A pleasure to serve you again. Are you ready to board the airship to Ul'dah? Yes.
Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. We have been expecting you. Flame General Rauban will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift to the Hustings Strip and speak with the bard Bartolomeo at the Royal Promenade. I can do that.
Okie dokie.
The Gridanian envoy, I presume. Would you be so kind as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, sir? Thank you. Ah yes, the seal of the Elder Seedseer. Please proceed.
My main man.
A guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal.
Rauban, my husband.
The Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano, hi. I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garleans? Oh, trust Merlwyb to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. 'Tis only a matter of time before they bite.
So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus Zosgalvis, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilzabard to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor and his Republican Empire, an empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quite quiet of late. What is this? The 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legaeus Gaius von Balsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more. That much is clear. And if we were to do so, we must remember the cause which brought us together. Connie will have our memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brother and sisters fought and died for.
Scribble, scribble, scribble.
Scribble, scribble. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir.
Very good, sir.
The Elder Seed Seer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. I trust that your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Limensa in the near future? If so, I have information may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Badaron, the proprietor of the Drowning Witch. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Badaron would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Limsa.
Limsa.
Lominsa.
Oh yeah, we can just teleport, can't we?
Welcome to the Drowning Winch. Sit wherever you like, mate. I'll be with you in a... Hey, I'm Badaron, all right? Who's asking?
Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship is already sailed. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we've attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only to have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, m'lady.
Then, Arya, will all your limbs and a tail too, blah blah blah.
Fishbacks, and there I was thinking you'd only have a cracked a pirate skull or three. 7 hells, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on the mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Now, I bet you're dying for rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It seems so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a venture what can get things done. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mion. I know her. I know her.
We're good friends, trust me.
Hey, bestie.
Take a seat wherever you'd like, friend. Our waitress will come take a... Oh, it's you, Krios. 'Tis so good to see you again. What's that? Here at Baradin's suggestion, you say. The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job. And it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Miona, but our needs grow ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good day to you too, Bow Lord. Your needs must be pressing indeed if you, to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own man for all seasons, you certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed, Krios and Belemir. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the deep croft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own device out of peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my men to scour the deep croft with orders to flush out the cultists. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdsmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every ilm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. Situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter?
Yeah.
Sure. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you.
I've been expecting you, Krios and Bellamere. You've been training hard, I trust. I would set you to your next trial, one more dangerous than any you've faced before. But I would not send an unprepared woman or man to her death. Before we proceed, I must needs verify your progress with mine own eyes. You will face 3 experienced lancers in single combat. Defeat each one in succession, and you will prove yourself fit to undertake the trial. Arm yourself and take your place in the training area. We begin when you are ready. Impressive, Krios and Bellamere. Most impressive. You are ready to face the trial. Yet I did not exaggerate when I said it would be dangerous. Make no mistake, to take this test is to risk death. Knowing this, do you still wish to proceed? What if I said no? That woman is the only soul in this pathetic excuse for a guild who shows any promise. Which is why I counseled her to leave you. Alas, she chose to remain in your House of Cravens. Such a waste. This guild has outlived its purpose, and I mean to see its doors shut and barred for good. If you wish to object, I invite you to do so with lance in hand. You do not want for confidence, sir, but answer me this. What grudge do you hold against us? For what reason did you choose all of this Olive Crusades? I detest cravens who would proclaim their courage and like nothing better than to crush them. That's my reason. Well, the fixity of your purpose is clear, even though your reasoning is not. So be it. Suffice it to say you will not have your way without a fight. Oh, but do not presume that I will be your opponent. No, you must face the Lancer over whom you so grandly claimed mentorship, the one woman among us whose potential you condescended to acknowledge. Bellamere shall represent us all. As guild master, I wager the fate of the guild upon her lance. Ha, do as you will, coward. It's your guild to throw away. You may even set the terms of the contest. Very well. Krios and Bellamere are here to undertake a trial. I challenge you to complete the task before she does. You are to travel to the East Shroud and prove your courage before the Lord of the Bramble Patch. He's a giant amongst boars, unrivaled in strength and savagery, and ruler over all his kind. You must go before this fearsome creature and stand your ground. Know, though, that the Lord of the Bramble Patch will not grant an audience to just anyone. You must needs present him an offering of the bloody tusks to his subjects, the wild boars that inhabit his domain. When you've prepared your offering, leave it upon an area of trampled earth. Drawn to the stench of blood, the Lord of the Bramble Patch will soon appear. Oh. Hey, big boy.
Hey, big boy.
Knocked his deck on the lights out.
He did.
can't be courageous if you have a concussion.
You shan't find much sport in these two. Oh. Come back another day, my friend. Well done, Krios. You have completed the trial. Trust you now see the truth in my words. Hurling yourself in the midst of danger is not courage, it is folly. No, this proves nothing. I refuse. I refuse to accept. You refuse to accept the weakness within you. Oh, you big mad. No, Krios, leave him be. Let him sulk. Your work here is done. Return to the guild. I shall see you there presently.
I will not lie to you. You are no match for the Lord of the Bramble Patch. Had you betrayed any hint of fear, he would have gorged you in the space of a moment and feasted on your entrails. But you stood your ground, holding fast your composure and resolve. Thus you were able to stare terror in the face and survive unscathed. Well done, Krios and Belamir. You have overcome the greatest hurdle in the quest to become master of your own courage. You may now bring to bear the full extent of your abilities upon even the mightiest of foes. As for Falquez, well, if there's a shred of reason left in him, he will have learned the self-same lesson as you this day. Painful though the experience must surely have been, one can only hope that it will serve to open his eyes to the truth. Go forth and prepare yourselves for further trials. I look forward to our next meeting.
You're Krios and Belamir Redwin, I take it. Thanks for helping us out. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of Lambs of Dalamud. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the moving of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness.
Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Oh. Avir's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. It's not her fault. As your friendly neighborhood healer, it is not Edda's fault. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. To the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you.
Oh my god.
I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself.
Oh my god.
Oh, and by the way, some parting advice? Get rid of Avir's head. Head?
Alright, maybe she is the baddie.
Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I am grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women and men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ulta. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you're nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in the task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you.
Real quick before you move on, doesn't it look like I'm wearing like a shirt backwards?
It really does. These were the 4 NPCs outside of Stastasha. Yeah, okay, yeah.
For you.
My theory is that she couldn't bear to leave him behind, so head in a bag.
Head in a bag. That's what I plan to do. Like if Belle were just to pass away one day, I'd just...
Head in a bag?
I mean, of course I call the cops like, hey, you know, my wife passed away. And they'll get there and like, where's her head? And I'll be like, I don't know. She was like that when I got here. You know, do this... You close casket, everything like that. But then...
Oh, I'm not having a casket. I'm being cremated.
Yeah, but it'll be... Well, I'll have you cremated.
Closed
But then
basket.
I'll put the ashes in a casket and still have a funeral.
Gotcha. That seems a little wasteful, but okay.
And they'll never know.
They'll never know.
That the head wasn't part of those ashes. All right, let's not pick that quest up. It's a good place to stop here.
Okay.
So I imagine it's going to be a dungeon. So we'll probably just be going straight into a dungeon at the beginning of next stream, which will be tomorrow. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us this evening. I know the beginning of this game is rather slow.
Yeah, but thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here. It means the world. Hopefully by tomorrow's stream, we can get 3 buttons to press. If you haven't followed us yet, consider it. It lets us know we're doing something pretty cool and lets you know the next time we go live. If you want to keep up with us outside of the stream, you can join us here in our Discord and keep up with all of our notifications over here on Twitter. Y'all have a fantastic night. We will see you guys tomorrow.